Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor from Rick Taylor Entertainment, back with another episode of the Rap Draft, man. Today I'm here with two special guests. I'm here with SB Stevie and Ace Wild. What's going on with y'all, fellas?
What's good?
Man, what's good, man? I'm doing good, man. Long drive, but we here.
Man, that's what's up, man. Welcome to the podcast, bro. Like, this y'all first time on here. I'm sure y'all been following it, so it's good to have new artists come on and tell their story and stuff like that. And I want to start it off with, man, how are you, gentlemen?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Saturday, long work week, but, the grind don't stop, guys. Get the music in when you can.
Right. What about you?
Same here. Just working, grinding, trying to get things done.
Right. Okay. Now, let me ask y'all this, like, man, let's start with the, where was y'all, like, born and raised?
I'm actually originally from Atlanta, Georgia, but I moved to LaCrosse, Wisconsin in 2015, came up here for school, got the whole BA, MBA. I don't do shit with it. Knew I was gonna do the music. I just did it so my mom be proud of me type shit.
Oh, wow, man. That's crazy. Like, so you was like one of those kids that, like, your parent wanted you to go to college and get a degree and stuff like that. What was that like, going to school and doing something you really didn't want to do?
At first it was very challenging. I never liked school. I was a well-rounded individual, so like I was like, what do they say? Trick of many trades, you know what I mean? So I was dealing with that and everything, never could really stick to one thing. So school was a struggle for me. If my attention wasn't in it, then I wasn't in it.
All right, I feel you. What about you, Ace?
Born and raised in LaCrosse, Wisconsin. That's how we ended up meeting.
Okay, what is LaCrosse like?
It's interesting. It's a crazy lifestyle, super compact, but good people, good atmosphere, right next to the Mississippi. So lots to do, a lot of fun.
And it's definitely it's a college town. You got UWL. You got Viterbo, the school I went to. Shout out to the V-Hawks. And then you got WTC. So lots of young kids. And then plus Oktoberfest.
Yep.
We bring in 20,000 people every year. So it gets packed real fast. Lots to do. Lots of day drinking.
Right. Now, like, what was your childhood like growing up in LaCrosse?
For me, I grew up probably about like 20 minutes north of there. Super small town, kind of like a suburb area. It was pretty secluded, nothing like super crazy. We didn't have a lot growing up, but just did with what we could.
Right.
For me, like I said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so it was a culture shock for me. Like, I knew LaCrosse was going to be white, but I underestimated how white it was going to be. So, like, I don't know if you ever seen that show South Park where, like, got token on there. I didn't really understood what a token was until I got to LaCrosse. But I just made do what I do. Very personable guy. Like, I really just made LaCrosse like my own little world, and I strived there. So it was good. It was a good learning experience. Definitely made me branch out my wings for sure.
All right. It sounds pretty interesting, man. I never been to LaCrosse, but, it seemed like a nice, like, small, it's pretty small town and stuff like that. And now, like, how often do you guys be in Milwaukee, or do you not be in Milwaukee like that?
A couple times every year, usually, whether it's a show, somebody coming through on a tour, we get an opening slot, something like that. So
okay.
I've only been in Milwaukee maybe like a handful of times before I really started the music stuff. My first time doing a show in Milwaukee was like a couple weeks ago. I opened up for OMB Peezy at Club Timbuktu. And now this month, I'm in Milwaukee damn near every weekend doing some more music shit. So Milwaukee really about to be a second home for me if they allow it.
All right, that's dope, man. Another question I want to ask about, like, the childhood and stuff like that, or just a background period. We know you guys as artists and stuff like that, but who is Stevie and Ace as a person?
It depends on who you ask who Stevie is. I'm a villain in somebody's story, but I'm a hero in others.
You're a villain. Everybody's a villain in somebody's story, right?
Exactly, but I've done some grimy stuff, but that neither here nor there. Stevie, very personable, but also very introverted at the same time. Like, I choose where I give my energy, and my biggest thing, if I don't fuck with you, I don't mind letting you know I don't fuck with you. And it's that simple, honestly. But that's Stevie as a person. Personable, introverted. If I don't like you, you're going to know I don't like you.
Straightforward.
It's good. I like that. I guess for me, less personable. Probably more introverted than anything. but I'd probably say more or less loyal. Because if I fuck with you, like I really fuck with you, and it's got to be at that level if I'm out and about. So, yeah,
Right. I like that, man. Like straightforward. It seemed like y'all, as well, y'all explaining yourself. I feel that energy, and it seemed like y'all give off that genuine vibe and stuff like that. Like you said, if you don't mess with somebody, you let them know. There's no beating around the bush and like acting like I'm really messing with you when I don't. And I think honestly, if a lot of people was like that, it'll save a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Save a lot of wasted time and stuff like that. So I think that we should be more like mindful of that. Now, speaking of music, now let's get into that. What or who made you guys get into the music?
Like I said, I'm originally from Atlanta, so I'm seeing the greats of the greats come up. Like, I was just showing him some classic Young Thug. I'm talking mixtape Young Thug. Back when I was in middle school, I remember seeing Young Thug perform at the skating rink before he blew up. Same thing with Future, Gucci Mane. I'm seeing all these Atlanta greats pop up. So for me, Young Thug, Future, Kevin Gates, J. Cole, no order, but those are my top 5.
That's crazy that you mentioned that because I had a question about top 5 too. Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that.
For me, I kind of grew up in like a metal scene, like the new metal rock era. But then hip hop really hit me back in 2017. My producer found me and introduced me to artists like Tech Nine, all those Strange Music guys. I've gotten the chance to open up for a lot of them.
Yeah, that's dope.
And yeah, hip hop really put a really good influence on me and just kind of, I would say, saved my life.
That's what's
I
up,
get
man.
dramatic with it, but I look at it as like that. So.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about music, bro. Like, it's a way to connect everybody, and it's a way to express your feelings, and it helps, and like you say, people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like career-wise or just for the moment to calm you down, give you a peace of mind. Music is really a saver for real, and I think it's just like a good thing to bring us together as from all different genres and stuff like that. So it's good to like have like people be inspired to want to do music and like create a story, like because music to me, your music should like represent who you is as a person and where you come from.
Oh,
absolutely.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying, like that's why I'm always so big on like the music and just like I like to see who the artist is. Like when I'm tuning into an artist, I'm really researching, seeing their background, where they come from, what their community like, what they like as a person, where the music get inspired from. So I think that's pretty dope to like have artists of all different genres and just connect together through the music. So
absolutely.
How long y'all been doing music?
For me, I've been doing music since 2017.
Okay.
So yeah, coming up on 8 years.
All right.
For me, I started in 2019. Took a break for like 2 years. Life was happening to me hard. When I mean hard, that shit was happening hard. But recently, really got back in it last year, and then haven't hit the ground running when I came back. And I'm feeling the love. I was kind of iffy. I was like, is love still gonna be there? But it's back, and I'm feeling it. But I've been doing this since 2019. I think I had just broke up with my girlfriend at the time, so I was channeling my inner future. Because after he broke up with Sierra, bro gave us 3 classic mixtapes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna do what Future did.
Right.
And then been doing music ever since.
Sir.
That's dope, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about music too. Music ain't going nowhere. I like to look at music as a sport, but you know how in sports, you have a limited time to when you can do a sport. But like music, I love the fact that there's no age gap on it. Even though people try to put an age gap on hip hop, which I never understood. Like if you're still able to talk and rap and got a voice, then you can do your thing. That's one thing I like about music, man. Just that creativity and just being able to tell your stories no matter how young or how old you is. I think that's pretty dope, man. You guys mentioned opening up for OMB Peezy.
Yep.
What was that like?
I enjoyed it. It's great. Again, it was my first show in Milwaukee. Thank you, Milwaukee, for having me. I enjoyed it. The crowd was great. Energy was great. Stage presence, for me personally, I think was great. The opening act was great.
Oh, yeah.
Peezy, that man funny. That man funny. In a good way. He's a very personable dude. Like, he was like, had people on stage with him, got in the crowd, was talking. He was, when it came down to taking pictures too, like he didn't charge for a meet and greet or nothing. Everybody was able to come on stage with him, take a picture. Real cool dude, very funny.
Super genuine. I
Very
can tell
genuine
right from
dude.
the bat.
Oh yeah.
That's like, now when you meeting these artists and stuff like that, it can go good or it can go bad. You know what I'm saying? But we all understand people as human. They might have a bad day, but just to see an artist that you probably knew or you probably didn't know, or just a favorite artist or whatever, you see how they is and be like, damn, they cool. You know what I'm saying? They just like me or cool. I think that brings that connection to the fans, like, or just another artist like, man, damn, they on that same journey like me. They been through the same thing like me. They do what I do, and you can learn from a lot of these artists too. So I think that's dope, man. Let me ask y'all this, like, what is it like? What's the difference between performing in LaCrosse and Milwaukee, or like, stuff like that?
For me, it's just local shows. The city already know you. You already got people, go pop out, right? Going to other cities where you kind of don't know anyone out there unless you know someone that moved there. So at that point, you the new kid on the block. You know what I mean? New kid in the school. You got to give the energy right away, immediately. Can't sugarcoat it. You almost got to make them fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because they don't fuck with you. They ain't fucking with you. It's that simple. It's like, you know what I mean? So you just got to not necessarily try harder, but you definitely got to bring it different.
Absolutely. I think coming to Milwaukee, just giving them a new experience and like seeing what you can bring to the table compared, because I mean, it's vast out here. Like it's crazy to see the amount of different artists and different things that people are doing, and maybe you can just add a little bit something different. If not, it's cool. It's whatever. You're going to find that anywhere that you go through in the country. So,
right. And that's another thing too. Like Milwaukee has a lot of different artists, different genres. It's kind of like, kind of divided. We have like the street rap and we have like the just other artistry. And I think like it'd be dope if they came together more. You know what I'm saying? So you guys been down here, so I'm pretty sure you experienced a lot of artists down here and linked and like, connected with other artists. So I think that's dope for you guys as well. And then also just getting that fan base, you know what I'm saying, here, because, Milwaukee is a good outlet, and just Wisconsin hip hop, or just hip hop period, to like, connect artists together and stuff. And that's why I, got the platform as well. That's why my platform was inspired. Have y'all guys toured or performed in any other cities?
I perform in a couple different cities. Madison, Merrill, Wausau, Oshkosh.
Yeah. I've been kind of all over the state. Madison a lot. Milwaukee a few times over the last year or so. And then the Wausau area for the most part.
Right. Okay. Now, what's your favorite place to like perform?
For me personally, I love going to Madison. There's a venue called the Annex. It's a hot spot for a lot of tours that come through, and it's usually a really good turnout. And you see a lot of different people come through, and it gives you really good exposure.
I'm a second that as well. My first time in Madison was also at the Annex, and the vibe was just immaculate. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Annex. Midwest Music.
Yeah, Midwest Mix Up.
They bring a lot of tours and shows and provide a lot of opportunity for artists to get on a bigger stage for bigger artists, and I like that about them.
That's dope, man. Shout out Madison, man. You guys are you guys working on a project together?
Yeah, we are.
Let's talk about the project. Tell people what project is you got coming.
It's so funny. So we started this thing. Was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago now?
It's 2025, so damn near 3 years ago.
Damn near 3 years ago, and then of course life happened, and everything kind of just. For both of us, it just kind of went different ways. I was really starting to get into the CW hip hop scene over there in Wausau, and then he was just starting to come back. So we kind of just sat on it for a minute, and then eventually, once we started reconnecting, like fully on the music, we were just like, all right, we got to get this done. Like we've got all these pieces here, and let's just throw them together. And now we're here.
All right.
And then what he means by like fully connecting to the music, me and Ace, like we ain't never stopped being friends. Like Ace is the homie. So like we're always connecting on the music or talking about music, but like that's my dude. Like he come over, he knows my kid, he knows the girl. Like that's the homie.
Right. Okay. And that's dope too. Like because if you guys have that friendship that you've been kicking it for a long time, I'm pretty sure that chemistry is like dope.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what is those sessions like, and what is it like creating music with Ace and with each other?
Fun fact: we've only ever been in the room to do 2 songs ever together. One of our first song we ever did called Just Business. That's actually got my name into his group, the CW Hip Hop, because they heard him first and like who's SB Stevie. And then another song we just did that's off the project called Mask Up. Other than that, he was living in Eau Claire at the time, and I was still living in LaCrosse. So he would just send me shit to do, and I just get it back to him the same day. So we've actually only been in the room 2 times to ever make a song together. But again, this is the homie, so the vibes are there already. You ain't gotta force nothing. Or sometimes we get there, some people like immediately go to work now. Me and him, we bullshit for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour before we actually, all right, let's do this shit.
Yeah, now that we're reconnected kind of in the same area, it feels like every studio session is just simple. It's just like, we need to get, like, he's like, I need to do this, this, this. I'm like, bet, let's just get it done, and it just happens.
All right, man, that's dope, man. I can't wait to hear the project, bro, because, like, hearing those different sounds and y'all blending y'all style together and stuff like that. And just also, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm really big on hometown. I like music all over, but I'm really big on hometown, like music. So to see artists where I'm from and close to where I'm from really flourish and do their thing, that's so dope to me, man. Like you already kind of told your top 5. I was gonna ask that, like, what was your top 5 like artists all the time?
I knew it was coming. No particular order. I've had a lot of influences on me with rap. It changes every once in a while when it comes to favorites. So number 1 for me will always be Tech 9. Number 2 for me, probably right now, King ISO, out of that Omaha scene. I've got Kasky on there.
Oh, sure.
Kasky's dope. He's a really cool dude. I'll probably put Yellow Wolf up there as well.
Dope.
Solid.
And then my boy Demrick out there in Cali. He's killing
That's dope. Man, like, now, is it like, because you I know you kind of said this already, Steve. When you have a top 5 or just favorite artists or favorite albums and stuff like that, is it safe to say that these are the artists who shaped the artists you become? And, like, you know how we get inspired, like, man, I want to take some from him, I want to take some from him, I want to take some from him, but put it in my own way and make it sound like it's coming from my city, put my life, give it to him, my life, but get influenced by these type of artists.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure. Definitely with the Tech 9 stuff for sure. With the chopping and everything like that, that's something that I fell in love with right away. But, like, yeah, every artist that I've met, it's definitely a little bit. Even if I don't see it right away, people can kind of be like, oh, okay, I kind of see where you're going with this. And I just kind of like blending everything together.
That's so dope.
And for me, being from Atlanta and some of my favorite artists from Atlanta, we just have that Atlanta sound. Like, how Future and Thug raps in their songs is really how motherfuckers from Atlanta really talk. Like, that's how we sound. Like, I remember a couple years ago, I brought my girl back out there. Get it with the guys. She can't understand a damn thing we saying because when I'm out there, the lingo come out. So for sure, definitely for me, some people can hear it and definitely tell that I'm from Atlanta. I personally don't hear it, like my top 5 in my music. Other people got to point it out for me because I get in the studio, I just create, hop on a beat, feel what I feel, and just do what I do.
Mm-hmm. All right. I wanted to ask this too. I meant to ask this earlier. You guys living in LaCrosse and stuff like that. Does LaCrosse have a big hip hop scene?
You know more than I do.
I'm gonna be completely honest. No, it doesn't. There's waves of it. Well, some years it's like it's popping off, it's coming, and then some days you don't hear nothing, and then some years it come back, it's popping off again. I can name maybe like 6 artists that I know from LaCrosse, but other than that. Nah, it really doesn't have a really big hip-hop scene. But the hip-hop that we do have out there and the artists that I know, their music is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Agreed.
That's what's up. But other than hip-hop, it's some other music out there.
Yeah, definitely more music focused, like pop, rock,
a lot of pop,
metal,
soft rock,
green grass.
Yeah, the bluesy
like
stuff for sure.
Okay, that's dope, man. That's really dope. You guys are the first artists that I know to come from LaCrosse. And I think that's amazing, bro, because just like how people didn't think Milwaukee had music artists and stuff like that, I never suspected anybody like other than Milwaukee or the racing area, to have music and stuff like that. But that's like I said, that's the beauty in music. Like, music connects us all over the world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a story to tell. You know, everybody got art. So I really like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be exploring more music from you guys and from your hometown and other artists as well. So
hell yeah, happy we can make that connect.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you guys for coming on here. Now I want to ask you guys this. This can be like my final question. You know, you guys doing your thing. You know, you got your project coming up. What's next for Ace and SB Stevie?
What's next for me is a lot of more content creation. After we drop Motel Nowhere, that's the name of the project. It's coming out March 28th. You can find the link for pre-save in either of our bios. For me next, I'll probably be working on another solo project. It's going to be called Reform 2, second to my first ever EP. If you listen to that first and listen to my music now, completely different, night and day. Because again, my first EP was the first EP I've ever did, introduction to music. So it's literally night and day different. So I'm excited to do a follow-up on that.
Okay.
Awesome. Obviously, Motel Nowhere dropping March 28th. After that, definitely going back for a solo album. I haven't dropped one in 3 years. Still a working title on it, but I've got a lot of cool collabs with Wisconsin artists on this, and it's going to be a new sound for me as well. So
that's dope. I know that I said this is my last question. This is my last question right here because I like to end stuff off with by what is the word I'm looking for? Speaking things into existence. Okay, so as artists, is there artists that you guys want to work with that you like? It can be mainstream, local, or whatever. Is there who's an artist that you would be like, I know me or her or me and him will do some good music together?
Damn, shit, I haven't really thought about that. I'm gonna sound a little conceited. I'm always just focused on building my brand and myself up to put my artistry in people's faces and build my catalog up. So I'm not really thinking about who I would do music with mainstream. If the opportunity arises, then hell yeah, but I'm just more focused on just doing what I need to do, get it out there first before I even think about even doing anything with bigger artists or any industry features or anything like that.
Big respect on that. I'd pretty much stay the same way for me, and I left somebody out of my top 5, so oopsies on that. But if there was one artist that I'd want to work with right off the bat, his name's Mercules. He's out of Canada. He's doing his U.S. tour here soon. Hopefully get a chance to see him. But yeah, that's kind of that top feature that I'd ever really want.
Okay, that's dope, man. Like I said, we're going to speak that into existence. So, Mercules, if you're seeing this, let's make that happen.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at my man, H-Wild. Merc, he loves you.
Yes, yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to you guys again, man, for doing your thing, coming on the show and stuff like that. And just continue to do your thing, man, and stay consistent and put out the work. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just, the world needs it. You never know who your music might run across and just like who your music might help. So that's the big thing right there. So shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for coming on the platform, bro.
I appreciate you for having us, man.
For sure.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. I really wish you guys the best. Like I love this type of thing. Like where all different artists come up and share their story. Then there's gonna be somebody who's watching this now and might be like, I want to check those guys out. They might want to work with you guys, and it might be vice versa. So that's dope, man. I think that'll be good, and I've seen good things coming from you guys. To end it, and let the people know where they can find you guys at.
You can find me on Instagram, SBStevie_. That's the only thing. Unless you message me on there and get my Snapchat personally. But other than that, you can just find me on Instagram. That's what I do. All my posting, all my messaging, all the content.
Most of my socials are under either Ace Wild Official or Wildcard Mafia, but you can find literally everything I have at www.wildcardmafia.com.
Oh, that's so dope, man. Y'all know, man. Y'all make sure you guys tap into the music. Link up with these artists, man, before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to stumble across, just let somebody go past without working with them and then it's be too late, Artists, you want to come up here and get interviewed and do freestyles and stuff like that, you make sure you DM me, Rick Taylor Entertainment. Also subscribe on YouTube, Rick Taylor Entertainment. Like I said, man, you know what it is. Rick Taylor, Rap Giraffe, SB Stevie, Ace Wild. We out.